different. I need a roundaway girl to let me. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take two and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. Why would I ever?
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Okay, ready?
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 76 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back.
Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Miami.
Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
And they'll accept that penalty. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Lions 0.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. will start on the ground with Swift. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. That's right. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Lions at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Hey, come on.
On 2nd down, Swift. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
11.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have a Lions first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Garoppolo on first down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's once again complete to Chark. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So on 4th down, out is Austin Seibert for the Lions field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Seibert able to knock this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Sanders on for the extra. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Dolphins 14, Lions 3.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line. Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Swift going to try up the middle. And some room to maneuver. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go, here we go. Flag! 21, 21. Here we go. 1, Omaha. Hey, leg!
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
They'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for them, too.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Back to the running game with Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
1, Omaha. 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Garoppolo looks to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here we go. 65. 11.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Working with a 2nd and 4. Tua going to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Miami. Okay, right.
From midfield, here's Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to pass. Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletions, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this 1st half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
offense ready to begin their drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last week.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Kirby Joseph
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Tua sets up to pass it. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. He wants it all for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
11.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Shark calls it in. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
11.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Brings up second and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique.
Here we go.
This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. 1 second, all that remains.
65.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
12.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Gets around him. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he'll take this into the end zone for the Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
This is Swift on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
21. 2.
Play action. Garoppolo. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down where they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of a yard.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's a gain of 3.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33.
A gain of 15 yards.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate, no turnover either.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
11 yards on the play. It's now 35.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 19.
12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Garoppolo looks to throw.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Jet sweep. Garoppolo taps it forward.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
21.
From the 17, Garoppolo rolling to his right. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
11, 6-yard line. 13.
Garoppolo again. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They find some open field here. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Lions 10.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. Almost something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
from the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news there. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
21, here we go.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Christian Wilkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Keon Crossen.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Here we go. Jackrabbit. Jackrabbit.
And they will take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.